Hello, 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 my beautiful little goblins. We're here with Brave Tenyi. And let me just tell you, this deck is a whole lot of fun. We were having a lot of fun on stream. We went from Plat 1 and we climbed all the way to Diamond 4. A few games away from Diamond 3. And it was a pretty enjoyable ride. So let's go over the cards real quick. We run double Chi-Win. We run a Jet Synchron. We are not running Despot 001. So the reason we are not running it is because Jet Synchron just does it so much better. And honestly, it's not really that needed. Jet Synchron literally has won us so many games because the ability to use this card, if this card's in hand, being able to use it to go into Halki Fiberax, and then if your Halki Fiberax gets Ash Blossomed or Impermed or something, being able to bring it back to still go into Auroradon is some big plays. But we also have other ways of going into Auroradon. We are running the Tomahawk, which you're probably going to be seeing on ladder. Guaranteed you're going to be seeing this on ladder. The easy way to go into Tomahawk is going into a Vishuda with a Wandering Griffin Rider, and both of those together will go into the Tomahawk, and the Tomahawk alone will go into Auroradon. So look out for that combo too. And remember, just going into Auroradon once lets you do full combo, and the full combo is pretty intense. You lock your opponent out of the game for most angles, and you also have multiple Omni Negates, and it's just really annoying to deal with more than anything. But we're running the Adventure package, which is the double Water Enchantress, 2 Rights, 1 Griffin. I see some people playing 2 Griffin. I don't think that's right. They play 2 Griffin because they want to be able to cross out. But honestly, crossing out a Griffin really isn't even that great of a play for the most part. I personally think this at 1 is fine, especially for this deck. I can't speak for other ones. And then we got the 1 Draco back, 1 Fateful Adventurer. And that's pretty much how we're going to do it. We're also running the Red Rose package, which is the 3 Red Roses, 1 Rocks Rose, and a Basil Rose Shoot. So there's a lot going on in this deck. Let's go into the games and we can really take a look at how dominant this deck can really be. Hello, my dirty little goblins. Here we are for game 1, and we're gonna have a right of Ara Mizaria, blah blah blah, to start it off. We're just doing the basic ass adventure combo. You're going to see this a million times. I don't even want to explain it because you should know it if you play this game at all at this point. It's like a 1-card combo. You're going to see it a million times. So we go into Halki, into Auroradon. And look, we're doing Pop Goes the Weasel here. We got the Den Long. We're about to give him that long schlong. And remember, just always make sure O-Line is on the outer, so he's that he is Chainlink 2 to protect the search from Den Long, because that 9 Pillars of Yang Zing is pretty frightful. Baron de Fleur coming out hot and sexy. You get that Chi-Win out, you get that Jet Synchron out, and you might be saying, why the fuck are you going Jet Synchron, you smelly nerd? We want that Herald of Arclight. Gives us some protection versus a Forbidden Droplet in case we don't know what we're playing against. And then boom, Baxia comes out and you're like, oh, Baxia. Now here, I think the misplay, actually I don't think it was a misplay at all. We had no way of getting into our another level 1 tuner, because Chao Feng would be really nice to have, but it was either having Chao Feng or having Chi Zhao, and I think Chi Zhao in this scenario with this board was just better. So we have 3 Omni Negates. He can't summon dark monsters, and we have a monster negate on the field. Pretty good. We instantly stopped Diagram because if you ever play against True Draco, Diagram lets him pretty much do some pretty gross things. So stop that card. He activates that. We actually let that go through. We could have stopped it, but there's no point for us stopping it. It's a fucking trap that our Baron already used its negate. Like, it wasn't even worth it. So we activate fire to just pop the Draco. We're going to negate him so he doesn't get the spell search. And our opponent's just having an epileptic seizure right now. I'm just saying. I mean, I know his name's Ellipsis, which has nothing to do with it. Just rhymed. I don't know. We win this chain link battle. There's no way in hell he is winning that. And this guy's gonna go boom boom. We activate, and they activate Apocalypse. And guess what? This is why 9 Pillars is so good. 9 Pillars prevents Apocalypse from being destroyed, sends it back to the deck, so we don't have to face the destruction effect. Which is beautiful. And now, if you guys know what I'm doing, we have currently 5,300 damage on board. How much does they have? 7,000. I think another 2,000 damage might help. And we're going to put Ellipsis into the grave. It's a weird name anyway. Little grammar nerd. Hello, and I know you guys love yourselves some birds. So we're showing ourselves on the draw. A lot of these games are on the draw, and he plays Shifter into Pot of P. And my goodness, I was flabbergasted how he did not find, how this man did not find anything that he wanted. Flabbergasted, actually. Just ends his turn. I was like, what? You gotta be kidding me. So I'm like, okay. So we actually just play Long Yawn, right? And we see our opponents at 8k. Now, doing some quick math, take 3 turns to kill him. So we actually summon the Red Rose Dragons and make it 2 turns, because that actually becomes very relevant. Looking back at this game, it actually became super relevant, because he's going to play this. I could have negated it, but he's trying to bait a negate, so he finds the Robin. Robin's what he's been looking for this whole time. Robin's what you want to stop. He plays the Pot of P again. Second Pot of P. He finds the Imperm, but since he played this spell, right, to try and bait the negate, now the Imperm is pointless. So he plays Stride. We're going to negate it, because why wouldn't we? And remember, if we gave him another turn, he would have been able to really set that Imperm up and get the negate out of the Baron, and then I would have had a much harder time winning this game. So it was very important to actually summon that Red Rose. Hello, we're here for game 3, and guess what? Our hand is pretty reactive, and yes, with Jet Synchron, you can go into Hell Key, but if this man has anything to really stop me, then it's kind of a risky play. I know I have the Called by the Grave, but like, I don't know. I just didn't feel comfortable going at this game, and it actually paid off massively doing this. So we end up seeing our opponent is a Kaiju deck, right? So like, even if I did all this, it would have just got Kaiju'd. Then he plays Ecclesia. He tries to do some fancy shit by popping my card, then popping the Ecclesia. I'm like, Called by the Grave. So we just kind of ruined this man's day. Or woman. I have 1% woman viewership, so I don't want to... 1% still something, right? I have 1,700 subscribers. 1% of that is 17, right? Am I stupid? I might be stupid. What is 1% of that? He goes into Dingir, so he's gonna XZ climb. You know, 1,700 times 0.01. No, it is 17. I'm not stupid. You're stupid. I know you guys weren't arguing with me, but I don't know why I questioned myself. I'm actually pretty good at math. So he goes into Zeus, and honestly, when he went into Zeus, this Ghost Ogre gets silly good. And we drew the right, which is awesome draw, because this is going to force our opponent. Like, he's gonna panic. He's gonna be like, oh no, he got Wandering Griffin. I have to activate this now. And it's like, no, bitch. Ghost Ogre your ass. And now he's in a panic. He's like flailing his arms like a monkey. And just looking to throw some shit at me. And guess what? I throw the shit at him. Screw you. Now that we have Wandering Griffin, summon that bitch, summon Jet Synchron, and we're just gonna pop off. You know how we do. And never mind, we don't pop off. He Ash Blossoms us. But wait, we use Jet Synchron, right? Not Despot? Not Despot 001? Jet Synchron? Oh, that means the play keeps going on? Oh, okay. That means we probably win this game? Oh, okay, okay. We're gonna speed this up. You know how this goes. Den Long, the Long Schlong's about to give him his Long Schlong. We summon the... Look at that. Look at all that shit happening. Baron de Flare. Baron de Flare. Summon the Chaywin. Oh no, is that a Vashuda coming out? It's a Vashuda. Vashuda goes into Boxia. And then we activate Boxia. Pop. Because I was doing calculations in my head and I was like, wait, I have lethal if I just go into Yazi. Boom. I was like 100. I was like thinking in my head I was 100 points off because I wasn't counting 1800 over here. I completely forgot that Taya would still be around. It took me a minute to get to this play. Time for game 4. Game 4 for more horde. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. He ashes. We can call by the grave this ash, but we're like, we don't even fucking need to. We have a Fateful Adventure in hand. If we want, we can just use it next turn. Not a big deal. He activates his Fateful Adventure. He smells, obviously. So, he's going to end up doing this whole little charade. And I'm going to maxi. And in my head, I was thinking, if this guy has another Ash, at least I have the Called by the Grave for it. And guess what? Lo and behold, the most unlucky duelist on the planet gets Ash Blossom. But guess what? I'm actually the luckiest duelist on the planet because I got the Called by the Grave. When people say never lucky, they're not talking about me. So I get that draw. Honestly, this makes our opponent play very weird. He ends up just playing Fusion Destiny. Because he's like, fuck it. We got to get something out there. I'll get that Draco back. Look at this. I'm going to pump him up with some damage. And I'm like, oh yeah, pump me, baby. Pump me real good. I want it all, baby girl. Baby girl, give it. Honestly, Maxi. Like, these are the worst draws I've ever had. But it's fine. We're going to activate the Watering Enchantress. Yada, yada. Honestly, at this point, I thought it was kind of sussy. He didn't pop this once I played it. But, is what it is. He ends up popping my... What do you call it? Token in response to Griffin. But he sees that Jet Synchron's in the graveyard. So, this is not going to end well for him. He ends up getting Watering Enchantress, and if you watch this on stream, I was cheering for it. I was like, get Watering Enchantress, get Watering Enchantress, because if he gets Ash Blossom, I'm fucked. So this guy fulfilled my wish, fulfilled my wildest dreams, and I just go into full combo. And if you know anything about full combo, it's kind of good, you know. Like, Destiny Hero, Phoenix Destroyer guy, dude. This guy just goes back to the deck. Remember? Because we got Boxia. Boxia's just gonna pop, go back to deck. Goodbye. Don't want to see you anymore. You go into Baron de Fleur. Baron's gonna pop that. And guess what? Also with Boxia, I also want to point out, like, the combo doesn't end there. But we have 9 Pillars of the Yang Zing, so we have double Omni Negates with him just having 2 cards left in hand, which is one of them's in Water Enchantress. It was pretty much GG. Over, over, over. Hello, my fellow friends. This is the last game we'll be watching. But then after this, I'm going to show you some combos that we haven't seen from the games I've been playing. And that should be somewhat interesting. Just really basic ones, just because it wasn't showcased in this video. So we're gonna max C. Max C goes off. Remember, lucky duelist. Remember, type super lucky in the comment section. Just keep typing super lucky. I mean, if you watched my streams, you would know that is 100% a lie. But just type it. So this guy's going to go into his little tree guy, right? And we're going to draw our card. And here I actually Ash Blossom because I actually wanted him to negate my Ash Blossom with the Griffin. But he doesn't negate it. And I'm just like, okay, we have a perfect hand to kind of go in. I just need a tuner, right? And I draw the perfect tuner in this situation. He's not going to negate Ashuna. Like, if he didn't negate the Ash, he's not going to negate Ashuna. So, we go into Hulk, and the reason why this is such a good one is because, remember, I can block with O-Lion. So, he's not going to be able to negate the Hulk. So, we're going to be able to get our Jet Synchron. Now we're able to go into Arclight, and he's screwed beyond belief. He just concedes. He doesn't want any of this smoke. And that was the last game. But guess what? We're going into some combos real quick, just to show you some at the end of this video. Alrighty, guys. So this is I just wanted to show there's 2 different ways of doing full combo, and I wanted to go over the 2 different ways I didn't show inside because there's so many different ways this deck can do stuff. I just wanted to show you this as well. So we're gonna write of Almaraz, which is. We're just doing this so we can get to the spell. So we add Wandering Griffin, discard. This is the main thing I wanted to show you here is we summon Red Rose. So this is the Red Rose line, right? And then any level 7, remember we could have one of the Tenyi level 7s, or we could have Wandering Griffin Rider. And then both of those together, we go into... And you might be wondering, oh, how come we don't go into Hulk? Well, Red Rose, the way the card works, is if you Synchro Summon using it, so we go into Baron, so we have an Omni Negate, you can activate its ability, and this will summon a Rox Rose Dragon, which will also grab you a Basil Shoot. Now from this point here... You can actually go into Halki, right? Or you can go into Yazi, which is another good play. Because you can go into Yazi, pop it, and then go into a bunch of other shenanigans. Including some Sword Soul stuff. But that's kind of what I wanted to show you. There's 2 routes that go from here at this point. Which would be going into Yazi. Or... If you didn't have the Adventure token, you went with a Tenyi play, you'd have the Basil Rose Shoot, so you can activate it, and then bring back the Red Rose Dragon, and then use these 2 cards to go into Halki Fibrax. Then you have full Auroradon combo. That's way number 1. Now, we're going to look at way number 2. And alright, this is the second way that we did not go into the game, like in the games that we played, we did not do this, but this is the second way you can get full combo, and I just wanted to explain this because it's not 100% obvious to some people. So we're going to play right. And remember, we don't even need this card really. If you have Wandering Griffin in your hand, you have pretty much full combo. And the way the Wandering Griffin would work is we're just going to do it the way... I'm just doing it this way. Just to show you how that would work. You would summon Vashuda right? And then chain link 2, you would do Griffin Rider. Now, if that's in the case where you didn't have the Adventurer token. Because if you don't do it this way, you won't be able to summon them both. And we're not even going to activate because it's not for the point. So we go into Tomahawk. Now, if you go into Tomahawk, you need to go into the main monster zone. If you go into the extra, you're not going to have enough space. So you're going to activate both to the graveyard. It's really simple. It's really simple, but this is the reason why we run this card. And now, boom, we got Auroradon. Now, the reason this happened the way it happened, right? The reason why you want to do this is because if you went up here with the extra monster zone and you're like boom, 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 or you did boom, 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 right? You wouldn't have 3 spaces, so Auroradon wouldn't activate. And now you can combo from here. And I actually think comboing from this point is actually easier than comboing, than doing the regular combo, because this level 6 acts as a very easy way to go into Yazi. Like, you don't even have to think about it. But yeah, so I just wanted to go over that real quick because I didn't do it in the games. I hope you guys enjoyed, and like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and follow my Twitch. I'm gonna start trying to get some stuff on TikTok too, but I look forward to keep playing, and I look forward to seeing you guys Sunday for the stream. Goodbye.